It is an ineffable experience, as they say. You can't truly describe it. But there are so many people that I know that would benefit from it if they're open to introspection, which is a scary thing for a lot of people. I have been an executive for years in a big company and just felt like it was not necessarily me. It just felt like the timing was absolutely correct for me, if that makes sense. Noticing something that's been out there and noticing it for the first time and really paying attention to it. So it was, to me, so vastly different, though, from any other thing that I've done in terms of feeling as in control and lucid at the same time. Does that make sense? Like, I think I had a sense like I'd be inebriated almost, but you're not. I think I had this sense that there was going to be this big divine, like, message. And I kid you not, it was like, you didn't have to come the whole way out here to do this. You know what to do with your life. And I burst out laughing with joy because I'm like, well, this is really like, I'm like a Disney movie. Like, it was within you all along. But when you do it, it feels so real. And the level of confidence that comes with a trip where you say, what better could a person ask for? That you know exactly what you're supposed to do in your life. And just became fascinated by it, and importantly became fascinated by the science behind it. Because my experience with psychedelics was what everybody's experience was, that we were going to look at the sun too long and burn our eyes out or jump out a window. That was what we learned as kids. And to find out that this had been medicine for years and years, thousands, millions, perhaps, to find out that there had been research that had been done in the past that had been stopped. And importantly, to find out the science, as I said, behind it, that this wasn't just a trip. This was something that really actually was promising. I have to say the intention that I set out was, what do I do with the rest of my life? Which is a pretty broad kind of question. Certainly the thing I noticed the most, and I know that people have talked about this, is that empathy. At the end of the day, we're all humans. I also have made some pretty significant changes in my life. Most notably, I resigned from my position as an executive in a company. By the way, I heard people talk about that after trips, and I was like, that's nuts. No one would do that. But I did, because it just was like, there's before and after. Yeah, I'm sure mine's a little bit dramatic. I wouldn't suggest that everyone go do this and then quit their jobs. But, I was also in a position to be able to do it. And, so anyway, but that's a pretty big deal. But the last thing I would say that has stuck with me is, stop spending all your energy worrying about what you're doing and spend more time thinking about who you're doing it with. And that's really been a big deal for me as well. Super professional and really personal as well, meaning I didn't feel like I was dealing with a large organization by any means. So I really appreciated that. And as I said, just really felt friendly and really, warm and easy to work with. Do your research. And that is to say, understand what you're looking for and do that in preparation so that your own personal needs and wants, whether you would do it in a group or individually, what you're comfortable with. Most definitely get to know a guide that you can be comfortable with. And again, understanding your own needs and your wants. Making sure that, you are really prepared for an experience that you can lean into. Go in with intellectual curiosity, if people can bring themselves to do it, and are open to it, and are open to and the work that you have to do afterwards, by the way, and really thinking about what it means. I think everybody should pursue it and try it. I do.